Yeah, what's up, guys? How we doing? Nick here with some raw day trading. I am sitting down pretty close to flat, just down 60, 70 bucks, depending on how my ongoing, I guess, what would you call it, swing, currency hedge, etc. positions are going. Actually, I can take that out of the mix. I haven't actually looked at my exact data, but I am okay. So those are negative on the day. So gold's down. My gold position is down $4. My silver position is down fucking what's that? $7. My okay. So it's actually flat. So currency hedge is flat. I like to talk like I'm a big investment banker. My currency hedge. Um, that's flat. And then the I hate looking at myself. Fuck, keep doing it. Let me get off that. Um, I'm down notationally 50 bucks, but probably with fees, uh, $20 in fees, so it's about 70. And yeah, that's about that. That's about them apples, them cookies. Not really an interesting day. Nothing. Just not a lot of volume going through the market right now, I guess. Let me try to think. What did I have? I'll get my video up. See if there's anything interesting in the morning hour. It is now 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific where I'm at, and I am just kind of doing some wrap up. Um, don't let yourself get dehydrated or eat too much salt and not drink enough water. Um, what's the other one? Did I have some other advice? This is not trading advice, by the way. Oh yeah, Hertz was popping up overnight. Massive move after hours yesterday from a Bill Ackman disclosure. That was interesting. SMX, this is the one I really wanted to go. I think because I'm familiar with it, but I knew it had little chance. I started playing it slightly into the open. I was sort of aggressive on it, and it was a little bit loosey goosey, and that's where I lost most of the money, but not a crazy amount. It was like 70 bucks. OST, I think this was another loser, although it was a small loser. Yeah, 13 bucks, whatever. No, actually, I didn't even tried it. Never mind. Cool, cure, Qure. Um, that one, I started to trade it and actually did have a like this looked like it could have gone. Like if you're looking at this right here, like I was like, maybe this goes. It's kind of like the first, like sort of holding. I took half off the table and then took the rest off. I made 13 bucks. As you can see, all the numbers today are like really small. Um, like I ended up sizing in 1,000 shares at one point on this. Not, it's a $15 stock, so it's like if it starts moving like a small cap, which it is up 50%, and it's a biotech, and I have no doubt it wants to move like that if volume comes through it in any meaningful shape or form. It's going to be skipping 50-cent blocks, and so I'm just like, I don't want to lose 500 bucks just out of off a stop out, especially when I don't have a cushion on it, especially when it's like a slow market. And so I was super cautious. So that's that. I did trade through some stuff, and then I had yeah, ADGN dip was. I have a note from today. I forgot about this note. Let me read it for you. This is like my self communication for my oh, for my day. Okay, so it's from 11:20. ADGM dip was too much. I needed to be more aware of the 5-minute reversal It broke. Oh, and back the fuck off dips. Wow, I was irritated about that. I was dang near irritated. So let me see here. What was 11 something? ADGM halts up. Oh, I missed this. I missed this open too. It's 10-minute halt. Should have been. Okay, now I'm doing the should have been thing. I think an instant buy would have been appropriate here, but you know, it's signaling it's going to gap higher. It's at the $2 level. I think. Okay, we'll watch this open here. See how this goes. ADGM. That's messy, right? It looks like if you're buying, oh yeah, and it's creeping up. Nope, that was a buy right there. I was actually waiting, I think, for a dip under 2. That could have been a buy. Yeah, it had that cushion. Oop, there's a seller there, but it kind of overcomes it. All right, so it's the open wasn't as convincing as I thought it would be. Doesn't go straight up. I'm sitting here waiting for like, let's see. Oh, and it tests 2, but it's like literally it was like one order that tested 2. It looks like, and then it just goes. So maybe I can be more aware of that, taking that test. Here, prime ready. There's some selling on the tape. Boom, buy it. It's slow and selling. Slow, like, yeah. Let's look at the texture of this. So there's a certain attribute speed there. Starts slowing. There's a little glitch. If you buy the glitch, then you're up at the 40s and you're cutting it right there. And you're happy about that because it's 20 cents or so. So, you know, there were edges. There were edges to be had. Edges to be had. Yes, the edges were to be had, yeah. All right, let's see if I can jump ahead to where I messed up. Wow, apparently I did not take enough. I was up 70. Oh, I think I was up $200 here. Yeah, okay. I remember now. Okay, was a very slippery name, as in you get a little bit of slip on the entry and the exit, and it was kind of like it's like swirling around. So like you have to be very aware and precise with your entries. And it does come up and make new highs over here, but it takes its time. It takes its time. It's like I don't get in here or here or here. Nice break of the lows though. Look at that. That's a juicy one. Nice little entry right here maybe. I would love to see that play out. It's kind of basing here. Tries to test lower, but it's just holding. I'm playing. Oh yeah. While it actually makes a meaningful move or a meaningful entry. Oh, see. Okay, so this is kind of like my logic how I would look at this name. I'm actually distracted at the moment with SXTC, but looking at this here, it's really low volume. It's holding. It's not going anywhere. You have this dumb test lower gray candle, which can be a signal of danger to come, but it's already been like everyone thinks it's going to fail, but it dries out in volume, and it's slightly green. And so now, and it's close to the close of the hour, and so now, and it's holding above 2, and so like that's an obvious level to test, right? That's okay. Let's see here. Let's see what it wants to do. Volume's still really low. And there's a big order there. Interesting. I think I may. Oh, that's beautiful. I was interested. You guys see that? There's a couple things going on there. You have this order getting bought up or sold into. Super slow. So, and you see it getting sold into, and the buyer doesn't pull. The buyer does not pull the order. It's stable on the 1 minute over the time frame. And this buyer is not afraid of the volatility, obviously, because he's letting his order get filled. And then it dips below, tests $2. There's no selling. And then more buyers come in right here. Boom. These guys come in. This guy comes in. Somebody sells there. Look, maybe. Buy, probably. So if I were smart, and I don't necessarily say that I am, but if I were a clever person and I wanted to execute a trade in a very creative way, I think if you put out what is that, 10,000 shares or so? No, that's more than 10,000, right? Yeah, it was about 20,000 shares. So if I put out 20,000 shares and I want even more, I would, if I want more than 20,000 shares, I would maybe put out 20 on the ask or 15 on the bid, let it get filled, test the market, and like see how it reacts, and then maybe start buying it on like marketing in, like see if you can push the price up a little bit from this area if it's really that key crucial area and you're that big of a fish to where you can meaningfully impact the price, and that will get other people to take notice. And as you can see here, whether it was one person or one person with a couple of minnows following him, that's basically what happened. And it does kind of, yeah, it holds up here, tests a little bit. You get the pop to 3. Wow, that would have been beautiful. Having said that, that's all in hindsight. And where I really got roasted was at 11:20, and so I think it retests the high here. Yep, does that retest of the high? It's obviously the 1, 2, 3 getting volatile. High volume bars here, and I am going to get roasted. On this kind of unwind here is where I get roasted. So at the moment, I'm up 270 on it. I'm feeling nice. I've been really tight with my risk and everything. I'm actually looking for a dip here, and we're gonna watch how this whole thing goes down. I'm very cautious about it. You have this gray candle here. Oh, okay. Gets bought a little bit, but not really. Oh, it keeps creeping lower. Keeps creeping lower. At this point, I should have been like, okay, let me just wait for this candle to close unless it gets back to the highs. And that's basically what I'm doing. So that's good. I wait for the candle to close, I think. Gets bought up a little bit off the lows there. That's a high volume bar. Okay. It looks like it's down near the bottom of the range, but these kind of panic extensions. Oh, I was thinking too much about the 200-day, which is the purple line up here. All traders have it as a purple line, I guess. And I'm like, oh, okay, look, this dip below. These usually get bought. Oh, no. So I'll lose $120 there. I do good not taking any more trades on it. I just let it go. But that is a big sell-off. And that one loss was way more. Like the difference between this dip right here and then this one is this one came out of a consolidation sideways, then dipped lower and then got reversed. This one came off of a lower, much lower, and total unwind. So, not saying that like not to take these, but I don't need to take these. I'm pretty sure, like, I did great waiting for that candle to close, to be fair. So I'm going to write that down because all I have are negative notes in my, notebook. So I'm going to write down, I did great waiting for that candle to close. And I let it dip lower too. I let it dip lower. But it had already sold under the 20 SMA. Not that I really use that anymore. And it wasn't under. And it wasn't under the support. Yeah, so just watching this. Okay, so creep, just creeping lower. I hate looking at myself. I'm so ugly. Just a fucking negative Nancy, that's what I am. Really high volume. So I kind of took it right here at the support. I don't know if it would have made a difference. No, I didn't. I took it under it. Never mind. Interesting. There was 0 buyers there, basically. That's all I was, or just a big seller. Huh. Oh, okay. So then that's when I went recheck the 5-minute. And 2 things here. The 5-minute candle, high volume, slightly more. High volume red 1 minute. Higher vol green, but compressed 5-minute, which was reversed. And 1-minute candle. So this was just like, it went so far down and just, okay. And so what happens here on the 5-minute? What are we looking at? I took the dip just below, but like that reversal was just too much. Yeah, no good. It's also kind of late in the morning. Also, this dip was below also 8 a.m. Flush below pivot. Yeah, a lot of problems with this. A lot of problems. Did not consolidate. Creeped lower from highs. Gray candle at highs. Yeah, and I think the gray candle it's super telling because it's like this was the only also increasing red volume like kept me away from it at first. But this gray candle, it's like you can't even get one green candle for your buy up opportunity, and then that one, and it's also lower and it's also reversed as well. It's not even like it holds at this lows at the 68 level. And so all of that together just made me think, back away. But little did I know the back away should have been like, don't even look at it. So just something for the future. That's just how I look at charts. But actually, really, really easy. If you just like watch the charts, look at the charts, you'll see these patterns play out a lot. However, the approaches to these patterns are very wide and varied. Anyways, but it's like a language. Like everything has like the language of these things, and it's like talking back and forth. And you got to like learn how to communicate with it well. But that's my day. That finished me off. I put me down like I don't know, like 100. Maybe I made a little bit back somewhere, but nothing meaningful. The volume was very low, or the excitement in the market is very low, very low. And when there's nothing going on, there's nothing going on. Or when that's a problem. Like it's not that there's usually nothing going on; it's that the stuff that is going on is just much more dangerous because the liquidity is much lower. So on that note, word of caution, and I'm not giving you advice. This is not investment advice. Oh, don't day trade. Go do something else. Oh, I will catch you all later. Peace out.